Okay, says I'm live, and Barbara Chicken Pot Pie Society is here. Hi, Barbara. We're going to give it a few minutes, let people come rolling in. This feels weird all of a sudden because I haven't done it for a couple weeks, but I'll update you guys about what's been going on and what may go on in the future. I don't know. We'll just see. Hi, Joan. Hi, Terry. Hi, Dee Dee. So, thanks for coming, you guys. There's a part of it that feels absolutely normal, and there's a part of it that's just like, oh, this feels weird. But it's all good. It's all good. But I have some Happy Meal that I've got here that I want to show, so I can go ahead and find it a home. It's been laying here for a couple weeks, and a couple things that I bought which were utterly useless. Hi, Tina. Um, I miss you too, Kristen. But at least I'm getting to Dee Dee's regularly and modding for her, and I I think I got to Devon's last week. Hi, Starla. I know Starla's got her plate full too, as does Linda Rentz. Hi, Linda. Give Tim a hug. Um, yeah, life happens sometimes behind the scenes that because we get together to talk about art and do art and watch art and ooh and ah over art, that we forget that people have real lives and real life stuff goes on, and you just have to deal with it. It's real life. But I'm so appreciative of the people who have sent a little bit of email. Hi, Joyce. You just got home from having your last shots. Well, yay, you. And I won't be on next Monday because we have a follow up doctor's appointment from our trip to the ER a couple weeks ago. And things are a lot better. And I appreciate you guys asking and kind of following along. It's a crazy ride, is what it is. Um, so let me just update you first, and then we'll just go to the email. But a couple weeks ago, I noticed that Robert was seeming to be confused, didn't have his balance was all goofed up. And for about a week prior to that, his appetite had been really bad. He just wasn't wanting to eat. So I knew something was kind of going on. But then he got up and practically couldn't walk, confused, just an absolute mess. And I freaked out. Well, we ended up going to the emergency room. I couldn't get into the doctor. And I think urgent care is useless, at least anywhere around here. So I wanted to get in to see his, and we're associated with one medical clinic in Joplin. So I wanted to get into their system because they've got all his records. Hi, Kat. Hi, anybody I might have missed. But anyway, so we went in there, and we went on a Monday, and it was, oh, you guys, the emergency room was cray, crowded, just unbelievable. And remember, Robert has no balance, so I'm walking him around, holding on to him. Anyway, they did do a blood test and a urine test, and we sat there waiting to go back and talk to a doctor. And 7 hours later, we'd been sitting in that waiting room. Of course, you can't go anywhere. Scared to death to let Robert to go into the bathroom, for fear he'd fall in there alone. Hi, Nanamo. So it was a hugely stressful day. But about 7 o'clock that evening, he just said, I can't sit here. My back is killing me. So we got up and left, signed the papers to leave. And then the following morning, I got up and called his doctor right away, and they sent all the test results over to him. And they found in the test that he was dehydrated, low sodium, low chloride, probably had a urinary tract infection. They found some blood and protein in his urine, and in his blood tests, some of his blood numbers were pretty goofed up, which worries me because Robert did survive leukemia, and he's 5-6 years out, easily 5-6 years out. But his blood numbers have been really good since then. So, I still don't know what that's about. We'll find that out next Monday. But all the doctor said was, it looks like he's severely dehydrated and possibly a UTI. So just start pushing electrolytes. And he did name Propel specifically, which is very high sodium. So that's what we started to do. And I did it that night. I had Propel at home and just started that night. And in the morning, he was noticeably better. So because his appetite is still not really great, I literally, the last 2 weeks, have been doing nothing but worrying about pushing fluids, food, anything I can get into him to help him. Now, something I've not told you guys since it's been going on, since I knew it's been going on, Robert has some very obvious cognitive decline, and it's been progressing. But this was so rapid, so immediate, that it was just, you couldn't look the other way. And I think we've recovered back to where he was prior to the trip to the ER. So that's what I'm dealing with, is I'm looking at a future of the continued cognitive decline continuing to happen. He's still able to take care of himself for the most part, but that's going to get more and more. But right now, I'm more concerned about why his appetite is bad. He's got some sores on his arms and legs that have crept up since then. So I don't know what that's about. So I'm eagerly awaiting this doctor's appointment. Well, then on top of that, because I'm nervous and scared and always thinking about, am I doing the right thing? Should I be doing more? Reading on the computer, just everything. It's affecting, I think, my sleep. I'm not sleeping great. I'm exhausted. Hi, Dorothy. Yeah, Starla, I figured that out, man. UTIs can do really crazy things. But anyway, right now my focus is on making sure Robert Vaughn has the absolute best life that he deserves. So if that means I have to put aside my own indulgences, which I have been self-indulgent for years, whatever I wanted to do, whatever, I was very self-indulgent. And so for a while, I think I'm just going to have to put that on the back burner and really focus on making sure that he's getting the level of care that he needs. And I will do my utmost to keep him here at home, happy and safe, but more than anything, safe. And we live next to the lake, and we have 2 staircases in the house, a couple stairs to get in the house, and we live on a hill. So anytime he's out of my sight, I'm a little freaked out, because it's not the safest place, but he loves it here, and I'm going to keep him here as long as I can. But I know there will come a time when I maybe can't, and I'm prepared to deal with that too. But don't think for a minute that I'm depressed or anything like that. I'm really not. I'm simply changing my focus to make sure that we're doing what we need to do. So I think I will get back into some kind of normal. This last 2 weeks hasn't been normal. The hospital visit freaked the kids out, so they've all come to visit, and grandkids have come. And so not only this, but I've had a lot of company, which I'm thankful for, because it gave us the opportunity to talk about, we've all known it for years, but it gave us the opportunity to talk very specifically about things that we need to be paying attention to. So thanks, Belinda. I don't want anybody feeling sorry for me. I've been through this before. I had a husband that had a brain tumor. I've lost kids in car accidents. So I've been through some of life's worst situations. And the one thing I know for certain, I trust myself to be strong enough and to do the right thing. Even if it means I might not be able to sit here and art all day or whatever, I trust myself to do the right thing. So we'll just get through this. But my ability to stream, my willingness to stream, where my focus is, may be different now. I think it definitely will be. But I'll do my best. That's all I can say. I don't want to give it up entirely, and I won't give it up entirely. I haven't done much the last couple weeks because company and just keeping life together. So that's in a nutshell pretty much where we're at. I don't, unless you have questions, I'm not sure what else I could say. Or did I say hi, Belinda? Yeah, I'm not sure what else I could say to explain kind of where we're at. Robert, one of the crazy things about dementia, you guys, and I've had family members with dementia. The best and the worst thing about dementia is he doesn't know it. So he is just the same nice. And I've often said on stream that Robert Vaughn is the most kind person I have ever met. He remains that. His sense of humor, he doesn't say as many funny things as he used to, and he doesn't make me laugh as often as he used to. But as far as being just a good egg, he is the best. So far we're doing fine, but I know this changes their personality. But the one thing I'm really thankful for is he doesn't know what he doesn't know. So that's a good thing. Yeah, Terry, that's what I think. My focus right now has to be somewhere else, and I'm willing to do it. Um, and like after Dee Dee finished this morning, he came out while I was talking to Dee Dee on the phone, and he decided he was going to go out and weed eat for a while. Well, I had my grandson weed eating a little bit yesterday, and he forgot to put the battery on the charger. So when Robert went out to play with it, which I thought was, he is showing initiative to do things that he loved to do. I thought, oh, cool, he'll go out and I'll get him back in the house quickly because it's so damn hot in Oklahoma. So yeah, the battery was discharged. So I went out and I restrung the weed eater and put the battery on the charger. So later on this afternoon or tomorrow morning, he can get out and do something that he really enjoys, because he does love being outside. And another good thing that happened today, and I always look for the good things that happen every day. I am still a grateful person. Robert and I are truly the luckiest people on earth. There's not a problem that comes up that we won't be able to deal with, whether it's emotionally, financially, anyway, we're going to be fine. So, but when we were walking back in the house, we noticed that the house across the cove from us has a group of men, because we had floods this spring and it washed a bunch of debris up in everybody's yard, our yard, their yard, everybody's yard. To give you an idea, the house next door to me is at the end of the cove, and she got a quote to have somebody come in and clean up all the debris at the lakefront, $6,000. I couldn't believe it, $6,000. But anyway, there's a crew across the lake cleaning up their lakefront. So right now he's sitting on the back patio just watching those guys clean up the mess. Fortunately, ours wasn't too bad. And the few logs that we did have, Robert did get up out of the lake, put them in my yard. I was like, I don't want them in my yard. But the neighbor came over and got them for firewood. So we didn't have much cleanup, honestly. But man, the woman at the end of the cove got beat up badly. So they're over there cleaning up, which I'm glad, because it's been a mess for I don't know how long. So that'll be good to get that done. But I am thankful every day for something good, whether it's I make us a good meal, whether Robert ate good, whether I had a few minutes to lay down and read. I have been reading more. So yeah, I don't intend to change being a person who lives a life of gratitude. Things happen in life and you got to just roll with the punches. So I'm rolling with the punches. Just figure that. Wonder what Janet's doing. Rolling with the punches. That's pretty much what I'm doing. And thank God for Dee Dee Willingham. That's all I can say. I love her like a sister. She's my rock. Hi, Anne. So, all right. I got a crazy letter. I love getting these crazy letters from Barbara Chicken Pot Pie Society, because she sends such unique and interesting things. So it's been a few days since I looked at this, but Barbara, thank you. I'll just show you this stuff she sent because it's so funny. James Rotman, fine art. I'm going to have to find a place to put these, but she sends me cartoon clippings, articles. It's just fun, Barbara. Thank you. They didn't want to be identified in my photos, so I blurred their butts. How perfect is that? That reminds me of Arlene. Arlene sent me a picture or a reel on Instagram, and there was a dog sitting there with a nice smile on his face, getting his picture took, and the guy next to him had his tongue hanging out. And then there was a third dog sitting in the background showing his butt. And Arlene sent it to me, and it said, the caption was something like, "There's one in every photo," or something like that. And so I wrote her back and said, "What, you don't like his tongue?" Because the butt was perfect. It was so cute. So it's funny that you guys see a butt and think of me. The Queen safely home. This is out of the Manitoba Free Press. Titanic sinks at sea. Loss of life may reach 1,800. The cute, cool little article. There's a Q for Queen. Just what I deserve. Conspiracy theory. Love my butts. Oh, wait till you see what I ordered, Dee Dee. History's first text message. This one actually had me laughing out loud. I'm not sure that technology is improving our lives at all, you guys. I'm really not. But this made me laugh out loud. Hi, Ego Brain. I haven't seen you in a while. Where have you been? 1 ham and pineapple, 1, 4, and 20 blackbirds. Delivering pie to the king. And I can't throw these things away. Reach for the crown. Waldo and Carmen, San Diego found, shaked up in cozy love nest. Leave us alone. They found Waldo. Where's Waldo? See, I have a really funky sense of humor. Either side of this is good, though, really, but this one is what I'm sure she intended. No hear, no see, no speak. I speak. I just say it all. This was a dozen monkeys on run from South Carolina lab. Actually, the day I got this, now this has been around for a while, I went and looked up, and I think they caught them all. So the monkeys were rescued. To be young. Look at how perfect is that? I'm going to have to do like a whole crown journal or something. I won't read you the article. I did read them the day they came, though. They're mostly really funny. Really, really funny. Royal family ties. I am a royal watcher. There's a show that comes out on Thursday. I can't remember the name of it on YouTube, but I watch it every Thursday, and it's all about the royals. But I have to say, the new royals are not as much fun as the Queen. I do like Catherine, but I have to say, the Queen, for whatever reason, I don't to this day understand it. I don't know why the Queen I just felt an affinity for her. How to feel about an okay rating of your feet. Oh God, this was funny. This woman wrote an entire article about feet. I'm not kidding. And I hate feet. But she didn't like her feet, but look at how much she wrote about her feet. Unbelievable. I won't read you the whole article, but it was I'm not sure what this is out of. Doesn't say. Wait a minute, it does say. It's the New Yorker from September of 2023. But this woman by Ziwi, unbelievably good writer and comedian. Kept me entertained for a long time, Barbara, I have to say. She wrote me a note that said, have fun with this happy meal, but, and she spelled it like a but. If you don't want it, you can just go ahead and put it through the wood chipper. Mondays with Janet is a true experience. We leave your channel each and every week with game skills and sore ribs from laughing so much. So thank you, Barbara. Thank you for thinking of me. Thank you for saving up all this crazy stuff for me. I have to say, it just makes me feel warm and loved and how much I appreciate you guys. So thank you, thank you, thank you. It definitely brought a smile, and that foot article was hysterical. I couldn't write that much about my feet if somebody was holding a gun to my head. Like, I'm not even kidding. And then I got, that's Robert in the background helping himself to a cookie, which I'll have a mountain of cookies here if he'll just eat them. Dee Dee, and I knew Dee Dee was sending, oops, I might have to delete that. But I knew Dee Dee was sending me this for the conspiracy journal. And she sent me a couple of prints of her really a lot older art. And Dee Dee, your printer is awesome. I have to say that. And I did get the paper. The day you told me to order it, I was going to place an order anyway, and I forgot a couple things, so I got to place another order today. But yeah, your printer is amazing. And then I got a couple crowns on sale. I love on sale crowns. So thank you, Dee Dee. But yeah, your printer is hella good. I'm not sure if I'm going to get that quality. I haven't messed with it much. I only did one on some washi sticker paper. That last thing I painted, I did on washi sticker paper. And this is what it came out like. But I have to say the colors are more true than my old printer. Because I don't know if I told you guys, I did order an Epson EcoTank printer, and I finally got it set up. It sat here for a couple weeks because I've been otherwise busy. But I did get it hooked up, but I haven't been able to mess with the settings or anything yet. But I did order the paper that Dee Dee told me to order. And I couldn't remember if I ever showed you guys that this measuring device finally came. So I was very happy to get my printer set up. And then Starla had written me a note on Instagram asking me if I had received a piece of art that she had sent me. Hi, Other Janet. And I said, no, I had not. And then, like, within 2 days, I think it showed up. And the envelope was intact, Starla. I don't know where it ended up, but check it out. And this is Starla Arts. And then she sent me a bunch of London stuff, which now I'm feeling like, oh, I need to share with Samantha. So I'm not sure where you got it all, Starla, but thank you. I love the Queen so much. I will put her on the Fib Art bulletin board in the kids' room. So, but yeah, this took quite a bit longer than our normal mail should have taken to get to me. Just saying. But I was glad it arrived safely and that every week I wasn't saying, nope, still haven't gotten it, still haven't gotten it. But thank you. Thank you, Starla. Hi, Cat and Paste. Too hot in Canada to move fast? Well, you should try Oklahoma. Oh. If you walk outside, it feels like you're walking into a blast furnace and that you just stepped out of a sauna. Did I see the back? I'm sure I did. Oh, extra large passport ATC. She has her name down there. Queen. That's very fitting. Thanks, Starla. And then I think, nope, I've got 2 more. And then, as you guys know, Tim, Linda Rent's son, had a birthday. And so I sent him a card. I did a piece of art on stream, I think. And then I sent him a couple little things that he could art with. And Tim sent me some of his art. So thank you, Tim. This will go in my ATC box. You used to work near Tower Bridge. Cool. That seems like another planet away from me. But that's part of the reason I was so wanted to go with Xandra and Patty Tully Parrish when they went to Europe. But Robert, and I explained to Xandra that I just didn't feel like I could leave Robert. And I didn't want to ask his daughter. One nice thing about Robert's kids is they've said, if you need a break or if you want to do something or if this is getting too hard, we'll come. But the thing about working with somebody with dementia is I try incredibly hard to keep our schedule pretty much pat, so that helps him. And I think having somebody else come here and take care of him would be really, really hard on him. So until I get to the breaking point, I mean, I love for them to come visit, and he loves when they come visit too. But for me to ask somebody to come and stay with them so that I could go take a trip or something, I'm just not ready to do that. I may get to that point, but for right now, no. I want it. And okay, if you didn't know already, I'm kind of a control freak. So I almost just blurted out, I'm not ready to give up control yet. So yeah, but yeah, I really wanted to take that trip with them. And then I got the most, and she's not here yet, which bums me out, but I got an amazing pack of stuff from Joanne Newman, who you guys all know. And I separated out the duplicates because there's so much. She sent so much, you guys. So let me flip through it because she buys this stuff off Etsy and stuff. And the cutest things ever. I'm going to pull you down because you need to see the images and then make this freak focus. Come on, focus, you freak. There you go. Good job. Good job. There we go. Now it should focus better. But look at these little chickens. They will probably end up in the Chicken Conspiracy Journal. And she sent these, she said, just because. Look at them. Actually, I did put one of them in already. I sat here and fussy cut and put it in already because it was just too cute not to. Are these not snark inviting? Who are you looking at, stranger? Come on, focus, you freak. There you go. Who are you staring at? Huh? Huh? What the? I wanted to put, and I probably will before I end up, but I wanted to write in here birds and bees. That's what they're doing? Oh my God. There's something wrong with me. Holy crap, I should have stayed home last night. This is me this morning, actually. Oh my God, I think I got 5 hours sleep last night. Robert's sleep. This is the one I put in the conspiracy journal. I thought he was adorable. His eyes. Feel like I got something in my pants. Joanne, these were so cute. Thank you so much, really. This is Robert Vaughn right now. I got myself dressed. Can we go down to the Walmarts? Or this one. Only Robert's not heavy. He's losing weight as I speak, but so am I. So you only got 2 hours sleep last night, Carrie? How the hell do you do it? Oh my God. Now, of all the things in the world that I know for certain, I need my sleep. I do not operate well when I don't have sleep. I get really cranky, and I don't want to be cranky. I have no reason to be cranky. But yeah, yep, going down to the Walmarts. Couldn't sleep at all last night. And then there was just a chicken stamp. So I think she said her sister gave her that. You have no idea? Well, I admire you, girl, because the no sleep thing is about ready to kill me. But one nice thing, Robert is not a TV watcher, which makes it hard because some afternoons I just like to say, would you sit down and watch some garbage TV and let me sleep for an hour? Robert doesn't do TV very well, and he never has, so that's not something new. If you get 4 hours a night, oh, you all just put me in my place. Shut up with your 5 hours sleep. Okay, never mind. I need 8 hours. And then she sent me a bunch of paint swatches, which were very cool. So, Dee Dee, I'm going to tape these together, and I'm going to put them on the back of my toilet, and I'm going to call it my color cubes. How about that? Dee Dee, I got color cubes. Look, they're all taped together, and they're on the back of my toilet. And this is actually, well, wait a minute. I'll show her card next. I think Joanne is a big supporter of her local artists up there. This is the Art of Fine Gifts. Well, it's out of the United Kingdom. But anyway, she always has really unusual, unique, obviously, artist cards. Hi, me. So she just said, thanks for your support and stuff like that. And she wanted to send this stuff because Joanne and Keeks are doing the Egypt Alien ATC cards. And Joanne, I think I'm just ready to commit right now that I'm not going to get them done in time. I actually do have some stuff laying out here where I've tried to come up with an idea that I was excited about and everything, and I haven't done it yet. And now the days are just clicking by, and the post is to Canada, so I've got to leave extra time. I'm not sure that I'm going to get them done, and I feel bad. Hi, Sharon. Yeah, I feel bad that I'm not going to get them done, but I will definitely make sure that you and Keeks get something back for all this awesomely cool stuff you sent me. You know, one thing I've thought about doing with Robert just to keep him busy and in the house, Robert loves to doodle. And I have some Zentangle books that either people have given me, coloring books or whatever. I might get Robert to try doodling and coloring with me. So we can just sit here in the afternoon, maybe for an hour, whatever, and see how creative he is. It's not something he would have done. Like he'll write on a newspaper or a magazine or a cup. But I think I'm going to try and do something more organized. If he does, I'll show you guys. Hi, Barbara Clark. Anyway, she sent me a packet of amazing Egyptian stuff. So not having anything to work with is not an excuse. Yeah. Yeah, Me's been around. She comes to Dee Dee's. Yeah, no, I won't make him do Zentangle, Dee Dee. Just let him doodle in the books, you know, because I'm never going to use them. So, yeah, if it would give him something to do and he could listen to his music. Now, one thing that's really good about Robert is he does love music. So this morning, so that I could be at Dee Dee's, I set him up with his YouTube and let him listen to his music, and he was perfectly happy. He sat down there and ate pretzels and electrolytes, and so yeah, we're getting through life. Anyway, let me flip through this awesome stuff that Joanne sent, because she sent me some amazing images. And Dee Dee, if you want some of these, I'm more than happy to share, because most of all of these had duplicates. So yeah, you always miss Dee Dee because of the California factor. Well, one thing I'll tell you, Barbara Clark, is I don't care if you have to watch it at midnight. Go back and watch Dee Dee's replays, because I've been watching her for, I can't even tell you how many years, and I'm still amazed at her ability, what she shares. I learn something all the time. So, hi, Jane. Anyway. But she sent some amazing images. This is an amazing background. And I thought that I could spread some of these out and test my new printer. I love this one. The backgrounds are awesome. And I don't know, I'm kind of guessing that most of this is probably AI art. Look at that, how pretty that is. And this is the oddball. Yeah, if you want to learn, I can't even tell you what her, yeah, what she does best, because it doesn't matter if it's collage, making a journal out of a magazine, whether it's coloring, you'll learn something every time you go. And not to mention, Dee Dee is always upbeat, laughing. Yeah, it's just good times, always. And most of you already know that, because that's probably where we met. Look at that one. I love that one. And a lot of these is just like, okay, if I use this as a background, what could I add to make that any better? Nothing. Dee Dee, you know forever that I am your biggest fan. The ones that still, to this day, absolutely blow my mind is her collage. That I'm sitting there watch every move she makes, every move. And then bam, there you go. There's magic. How'd that happen? It is always a good time at Dee Dee's. And the people, the chat, everything is just so good. This was my idea for what I was going to create. I even put it in my beast. I just drew it to remind myself that the Eye of Horror was something I wanted to include in mine, but never got that far, did I? But they're all just so awesomely cool. And she prints them out on the back of coloring books, probably, that she doesn't want to really color, which I thought was brilliant. Why not use those pages that you're not going to use? The hieroglyphics, awesome. And then a little bit bigger. Amazing background. So that was the Egyptian part of the packet. Oh, wonderful that she sent. You already a subby? Yeah, well, she streams every Monday and every Wednesday at 8:30 Eastern. And then the next part of what she sent, ooh, I bent that, icky, was aliens, UFOs and aliens. So look at all these cool UFOs. And these are nice size because, did Joanne come in? I didn't see Joanne come in. Anyway, yeah, they're a nice size if you wanted to include them in an ATC. So I have a couple of these set aside that I was going to use. And I'm all about the conspiracies, you know, all about them. So whoever's doing this AI art, good on you. Very cool, very colorful, cool backgrounds. Now comes the aliens. I wonder what they really look like, you know? I wish those people over at Area 51 would give us a close-up. Because I want to believe that they look like this. That they're kind of petable. But I kind of don't think they are. I think they look more like this. I will bite your head off. Take me to your leader, or I will bite your head off. And this one looks, he looks huggable. Is having a favorite kind of alien a thing? Have you ever watched The Fly? Oh, God, Ego Brain. Dee Dee and I talk about the fly files all the time. Yeah. No, I've scoured the fly files for sure. I love the way he presents stuff. And the fish is just a bonus, but yeah, I like the fly files, and he obviously, and this is one thing I like about it, like a lot of the conspiracy channels, I think just regurgitate stuff that other people have done the research on. I know that guy does his own research. He's not just glomming on to somebody else's work. He puts in the effort for sure. And it's always well presented, very understandable. Look at this one. This is the one that the smaller version of this is the one I had set aside that I was going to try and use on my cards. These look like kids' toys. This is the brainy one, the Brainiac. This is a human pretending to be an alien. This is a grandmother alien. Gardener alien. This is out of an Alien magazine, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, those are out of Alien magazines, I'm sure. Because I don't think aliens dress up like this to eat humans. Exactly, an alien fashion magazine, right? And this is how they present themselves when they meet humans. They have alternate views. Oh, that is a duplicate, isn't it? Yep. I tried to separate out all the duplicates because she did send a lot, you guys. Yeah, some of these are duplicates that I just didn't catch. Look at these. Yeah, alien with a cat. There's the gardener guy again. Yeah, I need to separate some of these out, obviously. The lizard people, Dee Dee. There's the lizard people. E.T. And then some more Egyptian stuff that either she put in the wrong envelope or I did. Aliens eat pancakes. Spooky stuff. I like this a lot. Not my style of art, but I appreciate it. So, and then very last, and these will probably end up driving me bonkers. She sent me 2 packets of stickers of Egyptian, and I started trimming the white off, and it got me so frustrated I stopped. But I don't like the white borders. Doesn't mean I don't like the stickers, but I think I'm going to wait until I find one I want to use, and then I'll cut it out. Because sitting here cutting out stickers turned me into a nervous freaking wreck. So they're all just Egyptian stickers, kind of a matte finish. Very cool. Yeah, 2 of them. Well, similar. These did not have duplicates.
This feels good.
Compared to outside, it does. So my guess is going forward, as I get back to normal and start streaming and using my stuff again, I'll be doing more giveaways so I can share this stuff with you guys. I mean, I suppose I could hoard it all myself, but that would be stingy. So as I send out Happy Mail here and there, don't be surprised if some of this stuff finds its way to your house. I like the Egyptian art, but I don't think I can use all that. Even in my passport journal and the conspiracy journal. But I very appreciate it, Joanne, and I'll be more than happy to share with the fibs. Now, these guys could be used in the snark journal. Just saying. Skateboard guy. I didn't even look on Amazon to see if they had any of this stuff. And I'm sure she ordered it from Amazon. Maybe not, but she found a secret spot for sure. I see you. Space girl. I want to believe in myself. I do believe in myself. This one, I'm going to send to Terry Brett, but I'm going to have to cut off one finger. Sorry, Terry. If I don't send it to Terry, I'm going to send it to Arlene. Yes, we can conquer the world. Detroit. Not sure why anybody would go to Detroit, frankly, but there we are. Oh, I've got two of them. I could cut off the finger on this one, send one to Arlene and one to Terry. Believe in yourself. That's a happy alien right there. Sorry, Terry, rude Happy Mail coming your way. Allergic to humans. Now that I could be an alien. But one nice thing, oh, that one's upside. Yeah, that's upside down. This is gangsta alien. I just found out while Robert's daughter was here, I was putting together a grocery order that I was going to go pick up at Walmart. Found out that Walmart will now deliver to my house. You guys, I may never leave the house again. I'm not even kidding. And it costs $12 a month. And honestly, that's going to save me money. I can get free delivery for $12 a month, as many deliveries as I want. You don't know how happy I was. And then Robert's grandson comes and says, well, don't pay for it. Just use ours account. Like, I'm not going to use somebody else's account. I appreciate a company that will make my life easier that way. I'll pay for my own, but thank you anyway. I do the Walmart sub. Love it. Yeah, I'm definitely going to sign up for that. I got everything done except putting in my payment method. And I'm waiting until I find a credit card out in the parking lot. Not really. I just didn't finish it. So, yeah. So that was all the awesomely cool Happy Mail. And just the package from Joanne is mind-boggling. There was so much in it. I got that package and I was like, holy cow, what in the world? And it was just bulging. So now I'm going to have to look forward to finding some place to use it. I will definitely make them a card. I don't remember, Dee Dee, if you remember, put in the due date for the alien Egyptian ATC swap. And if you haven't joined yet and you're interested, it's going to Joanne in Canada. So mail is, you've had your groceries delivered since 2018. Kat, I love you, girl. Really? They delivered some. See, I live out in the middle of nowhere, you guys. I mean, no, I don't get pizza. I get no delivery. And then when I looked, I was getting ready to do a pickup order and it said new delivery in your area. I was just like, are you kidding? God loves me. I'm not kidding. The Walmart's is about 7 minutes. Yeah, see, mine is 20 to 25 minutes drive one way. And then you go in and you walk around, you spend a bunch of money on stuff that you don't really need because you know you're not coming back for a long time. Then you come home. I literally, you guys, will buy milk knowing that it's going to go bad before I get it done, just so I don't have to go back. Hi, Laverne. You've had all yours delivered for 5 or 6 years. Well, now I'm feeling like I'm the last one on the planet. Walmart won't come all the way to your place. Well, I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to give it a try. I definitely am. And then, oh my gosh, you guys, it's been probably maybe the week that I did, the first time I didn't stream when we went to the hospital. I don't know. It was probably something Dee Dee showed. And so I was out perusing Amazon, which I hardly ever do. And I saw this book, Simple Sketches by Cameron James, and it's a beginner's animal drawing workbook for the author, from the author of Sketching Made Simple, Easy Animal Drawing. I've never been exposed to him, Cameron, I'm thinking is a guy, but it could be a girl, to their work. So let me just flip through it. I have not drawn a thing out of it yet, but I thought it'll get me back into drawing. And they are very simple sketches, but I liked it. Did Ruth come in? Hi, Ruth. I just go back and watch the beginning of the stream, Ruth. I explained what's going on with Robert. So it's not a secret. It was never a secret. It was just something I didn't talk about. But very simple sketches, kind of to get me back into drawing. And Terry, immediately I looked through this book, I thought of you. I'll go slow if you want to take screenshots, but it makes me think of the animals that you draw in your prompt cards, which are so good. But look at the expressions. And it gives a detailed, and I could probably draw any one of these, but I just saw the book and I probably was ordering something and felt like I really need to order something that for me. Look at this. Look at his face. Oh, thank you, Kat. Yeah, Kat just put in the information on Keeks and Joanne's swap. So it's not too late. You've got until September 1st, but you're going to have to get on it and get it done in the next 2-3 weeks. Yeah, isn't this a cute little book? And it's called Simple Sketches by Cameron James. And Cameron is spelled Camryn. Look at that. Oh my gosh. It's just, they're just fun little creatures. I would just like having them in the Beast. I'm happy and I know it. I think anytime you pick up a pencil to draw something, you're improving your skills. So if it doesn't come out identical to that, just the fact that you did it helps your skills. If you're working at improving your skills, look at this. Look at this. He will definitely be getting drawn. They are huggable critters, right? Cat and Paste. Adorable duckling. Baby seal. Little cow. Precious otter, you guys. We have otters in our lake. I did not know it. The neighbor had told me that they had been out on their boat and they saw an otter, and that somebody had told them before that. The other day, I was sitting out in the breezeway, probably about mid-afternoon, I don't know how the otter, it had to go around to get on the stairs. I don't think it could have jumped my retaining wall, but it was at my back stairs looking in my door like it wanted to come in. The otter was in my yard. Oh, I love otters. I would have an otter pet if I could. Mouse, penguin. I told Robert's great grandson yesterday, we had burgers on the grill, and I don't know if he thought they didn't look like regular burgers or whatever, and they weren't. His dad had brought him a mushroom burger with mushrooms in it. And he said, "What is this?" And I said, "Penguin." Penguin? I'm not eating penguin. I don't even know where penguin came from. But yeah, I told him he was getting ready to eat some penguin. He was freaking out. So you get, a little bit of realism and then some little cartoon. Conspiracy chicken. Well, I had the other day, the fox came into my breezeway. And it was so odd. The fox, we have a fox that lives around here, and he comes around a lot. But usually he's running through your yard or something like that. The other day he came in the breezeway. That's not normal, and that makes me really nervous, because when animals don't act normal and they're not afraid of you, I worry about rabies or something else going on. And especially depending on the time of day. It was midday. If it was evening, I would have understood a little bit more. But look at that owl. Bunny. So, Hedgie. I love Hedgies. Dachshund. Who doesn't love it, Dachshund? Turtle. Llama. When I say llama, that makes me think of one of my nephews. He's an adult with a kid of his own now. But when he was little, we went out to see him. And I took him to the store to let him buy whatever they wanted, right? And he came home and he told his dad, "I'm the yuckiest guy in the whole world." Look at the raccoon with the hat on. So for little money, I don't know what I spent for it, you guys, but I'm not unhappy that I bought this little book. And I'm going to leave it out. I'm not going to put it on the shelf. I'm going to leave it out, and I'm going to try to draw one a week, two a week, whatever. Hi, Angie. Hi, Ellen. And then the other thing that I got, which will surprise no one, I'm really quite sure, is butts on things. Because I was thinking, I don't know how long ago. Was it last year? When was it? Let me pull it out real quick and see what year it was. It might have been last year. 2023. I don't know what I did last year. 2024, I did Zentangle. But I got thinking, this is the 2023 Inktober. And I got thinking, I wouldn't mind doing some more butts on things for Inktober this year. One thing I liked about it is they were pretty quick. And I wouldn't mind having more pages in my Stinktober book. So I'm thinking, I was preparing for Inktober, and I bought butts on things. And I won't show you every page, but I love this guy. His name is Brian Cook. He is on Instagram, and every Friday he does a video where he draws a live butts on things. So I'm a fan, and I paid full price for this, Dee Dee. This was not a discounted calendar. It's next year's calendar. But yeah, and there are some duplicates in here, which is fine. I don't care. But yeah, I get 365 days of butts. It's a cute book. It's actually a calendar, so I can have a helicopter with a butt. I can have a stack of money with a butt, pumpkin butt, spray can butt. So I think we'll have another Inktober. Look at that mushroom. Another Inktober of butts on things. And I won't use this as a calendar. This will always be just a reference book to me, or a reference calendar to me. So, spending all my money on my priorities. Honey butt. I actually drew this one. So there's lots of fodder in here for me to draw butts on things. And again, my feeling is anytime you pick up a pencil and attempt to draw something, you're improving your skills. So if it's something as stupid as a soccer ball with a butt on it, get on it, girl. If you want to improve your drawing skills, I like to draw. I like to sit here by myself and just draw something. Absolutely useless. And it kind of keeps your brain trained. So yeah, no downside. And I like to support artists. So Brian, you're welcome. I'm glad I gave you my money. Actually, Amazon probably got most of it, but what the hell? Look at cinnamon roll butt. Come on, I'm spitting out my coffee. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. So you can look forward to October when I start inking butts on things again. But all these drawings are very doable, and they don't have to look exactly like his, you know, but he certainly has come up with plenty of ideas here. So I won't run out of ideas for quite a while to come. I'm sure of that. I love this, the lantern with the butt on it. How cute is that? Big old smushy buns. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And that is literally, you guys, all I've been buying. I haven't bought, I did actually, those glitter pens that we bought have been sitting here because I haven't found a home for them yet. I don't necessarily want to take them out of their container. I don't know why. Because I know if I put them away, I won't use them. And so I've been wanting to use them, So I went in and picked out just, you know, I don't even know where this came from, probably the dollar store or something, I don't know. But I did go ahead just so I could use my glitter pens. I colored the birds so I could play with my glitter pens. And that is literally all I've done for 2 weeks. That's it. That is as much creativity as I've expressed, except when it comes to getting Robert something that he'll eat. His appetite is getting a little better, I think. Appetite, I don't understand, because Robert has always been a huge eater. So hopefully, it might just be part of the progression. I don't know. Hopefully I'll find that out, and I'll quit shoveling food down his face every time he turns around. You want a cookie? You want a banana? You want an orange? You want a peach? But I have been, and I don't know how good it is, but I have been giving him Ensure as well to make sure that he's getting some measure of calories every day. You know, I don't know. Just something you're going through. So if you have questions or anything, holler. Otherwise, that's about as much as I have to talk about. Your mom has lived on Boost drinks for the last 4 years. She won't eat unless it's very sweet. Okay, Jackie. Huh. Yeah, I bought the kind with extra protein. Well, I bought some of each. And they're not cheap, you guys, but I don't mind. If they were double the price, I would still get them. Okay. I'm glad to hear that, Jackie. I'm sorry to hear about your mother, but yeah, I just figured if I could supplement his diet somehow, I'm willing to do that. Get on it, Angie. Get that cable company on the phone and give them what for, man. You pay for that service. You don't have to take their crap. Well, see, Kat, I really feel like Robert and I have been together 25 years, going on 26. And we've had a great life. I never expected a second chance at a good life after I lost my husband. I really didn't. It was the furthest thing from my mind. And along comes this crazy Okie that honestly, this is a life I never would have envisioned. So I'm very thankful that my brother bought his business, that I met him, that we've been able to have an amazing 25 years. And so if I've given him happiness that tickles me to death, he has certainly made my life better. So we'll do the best we can. That's all we can. And it's going to be a day by day thing, honestly. $300 bill. Oh, Angie, get on that phone. Yeah, and I haven't really looked up to see how many calories you have to intake to maintain your weight or to put weight on. I just want him to eat. Always ask your doctor. Okay, I will ask, but I've been giving them to him anyway. And I only give him one a day. It's not like I'm going breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Here's an Ensure. I'm not doing that. He gets one a day. And I looked it over, and it didn't look like there was anything in there that could hurt him, you know. Otherwise, Robert is very healthy. The day we were at the hospital, his blood pressure, 121/70 something. Perfect blood pressure. So I don't know. He's an incredibly healthy man, which could be a double-edged sword, you know? Who knows? I'm trying not to anticipate. Just take it day by day. Whatever today brings is what we're going to deal with. But I will never run out of chocolate chip cookies. Okay, he's out there running the weed eater. I can hear it. So, all right. That's all I really have for today, you guys. So thank you for indulging me. And I'm still dependent on you guys. You're still my crew. So I will definitely always see you at Dee Dee's. Next Monday, we're at the doctor. It was the only appointment I could get, and it was Monday afternoon, and I didn't care. I said, get me in as soon as you can. Oh, prescription there means free. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, no, I've been having to pay for it. So, love you too, Dee Dee, Ellen, all of you. You know, you guys kind of keep me grounded and sane. So I wanted to open up and let you guys know. It has not necessarily been a burden to kind of keep it to myself, but I feel better if it's just all out in the open. And, you know, there's no shame, absolutely no shame. Just, you know what's going on and why I'll be hit and miss. That's pretty much what it's going to be. I'm going to be hit and miss. I'm going to take care of Robert first and the house. And so far, we've been doing good. So keep us in your prayers. I would definitely ask for prayers. And I'll keep you guys in my prayers as well. So go out and have a great day. Hey, Coloring View. All right. Love you guys. See you. Bye.